So there's a story out of Mississippi where a 10-year-old boy will now serve probation, an actual criminal punishment for urinating behind his mother's car, right? I'm from New York.
Yeah.
You beat up an old lady who's walking peacefully in New York, swing away.
Yeah.
You want to loot a store, have at it, right? Insider trade yourself to $100 million on a $200,000 salary, it's all good.
Yeah.
So what is going on with this justice system of ours? So much bad going on in the world, and they're wasting time and resources on a 10-year-old kid who had to take a leak behind his.
How much time is he? Are they trying to?
He was arrested, and now he's given probation.
Wait, he actually got arrested.
He was arrested, and he now has probation, where they're forcing him to do like extra work and papers and stuff like this.
Was he in the city?
No. He was out just outside,
behind his mom's
just
car.
behind his mom's car. Mississippi.
In Mississippi, of all places.
The backwoods of Mississippi.
Has peed outside.
What do you mean? I feel this week. Yeah, but you're at the beach. You're pissing in the ocean.
College, you know.
This week.
But dude, and it's crazy that you picked said this story. Just the other day, I'm watching literally outside my apartment every morning. 6 dogs separately. They're shitting, they're peeing, they're doing everything. And I'm like, wait a minute. What if I have to go really, really bad? I should, without exposing myself, I should be able to. And not get arrested, and that's a 10-year-old.
And if we're going to do that, why don't we just stand on the streets at San Francisco and pick them off one by one? You get it. Just eliminate them real quick. But instead, we need to bring a Chinese dictator here to clean our streets in San Francisco in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So,
what are you gonna say, Brandon?
No, just that's like the why Republicans and Democrats suck, because Republicans overreact to things and Democrats underreact to things like that. You know, Democrats let you shit all over your city in public, like it's not even a thing that people blink at anymore in San Francisco.
Nobody
but
cares.
you know, in a place like Mississippi, it's as conservative as it gets. You know, this is their version of being extreme about things.
Is Mississippi's conservative?
Yeah, super. It's like the original South, like what is it, like KKK type of all that stuff. Yeah.
That's just so weird. Why someplace like that, which is pretty like lackadaisical? It's Mississippi.
Well, it's not lax. It's like the Bible Belt.
Yeah, Bible Belt. But why you arrest a 10-year-old? Like what the hell?
Yeah, like what point are they trying to prove?
Yeah. I'm a Christian.
And I'm curious, what point are you trying to prove doing that? Like, at the very least, you can have a conversation with the young boy. He's 10 years old. You're going to put that on his record. And you're also, like, he has a future, and obviously a bright future for something all of us just said that we've done. And if you've ever been to college campus, let alone, you know, like the cities where there's just chaos, it's a fairly common situation that you would see.
Well, I thought the whole point of the courts and the whole system was to deter people who commit a crime from doing it again. So what is the punishment that the message that you're trying to send to this kid? Like, are you worried about him becoming a repeat offender of urinating in public to the point that you have to arrest him, put cuffs on him, and then put him through the trial process? And then imagine being the parents of this kid that have to pay the money for the attorneys just because the kid was tinkling outside his mother's
And who is the cop? Like, what a miserable person.
And prosecutor.
Like, what a miserable
Well, you wonder
people.
a lot of times, like, you get pulled over and they can pretty much, if they realize they're wrong, pretty much find any reason to kind of give you something. So you wonder if that's exactly initially what they thought they were going to do over there.
Yeah.
Happened to see a little kid peeing. There was nothing else really going on, and they had to do
sometimes,
something.
I mean, and I'd want to know more about, like, the actual situation, because you don't know if they knew this kid or if they knew the family, meaning, and they were trying to get back at the family. It is Mississippi.
Yeah.
Maybe they have like a vendetta, but dude, to arrest a 10-year-old kid, now you just nailed it, for the rest of his life. And I know you were saying like future. I mean, depending on where he lives in Mississippi, you probably don't have a great future. You know what I'm saying?
Anybody here, kid, father?
I'm sorry?
You have kids?
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
Yeah. Good job, Brandon.
Future president.
Listen,
Brandon's like, I had a good weekend, but I don't know.
I'm not a violent person, but I have kids, and it would enrage me to see my children put in handcuffs. Right. Yeah. To the point where, like, I would have to be put in handcuffs to restrain. Because at 10, think of all the dumb things you did as a 10-year-old. Any of the, I mean,
oh my God.
Now, listen, 10 years old, you do a lot of dumb things. None of them probably criminal. 13, you do things, maybe criminal. When you get to your teenage years, you do dumb things. You have a beer, you go driving afterwards. You do dumb things. Not condoning any of that behavior. But at 10, I don't think you have criminal intentions. You don't have malicious intentions. Hey, I'm going to pee and let everybody see my little wiener. What was the thought process behind the district attorney that prosecutes that case?
And what I think makes it worse is, like, in the 90s when, like, or whenever, or a long time ago when things were Pleasantville, something like this, you might see a story like this and it won't really hit home too much. But with so many things going on right now, you almost pick your poison, right? Like, is this really what we're going to spend our time attacking, Like, can't we spend our resources?
There's
and
bigger
time
fish to fry.
Really,
Like,
right now.
Well, yeah, and kids have no, like, think about it. Kids. I mean, dude, kids today. We talk about this on many shows and podcasts on our own. The attack on children is absolutely insane. Like this is a small little case, but from what they're doing with the pushing the LGBT to teaching them that white people are racist in school, and like it's these kids have no freaking chance, bro. The schooling is still like think about it. And I'm talking about going through all the way to college, and look what's happening with Harvard and MIT and Penn State. It's like, bro, as a guy that's trying to get married and trying to have kids, you know what I'm saying? I'm on the market. And again, I'm still going to, Chris. I'm not one of these guys that's like, no, the hell with it. The more I hear, Elon and Pat and everybody about like yesterday, and we're gonna get into that talk with Taylor. I'm trying to have at least 2 now. Like I'm trying to pump 2 out. But no, it's like, bro, I feel so bad for this youth, and like my brother has 4 kids, and I see how and Bob, I know you're doing it too, and Pat's doing it in front of my face. It's an all-out attack, so you have to go into overdrive mode to protect them, to teach them, to guide them, to not let them, like, bro, they're like this urinating thing is absolutely ridiculous, but in the overall umbrella of what's happening to kids, dude, even the mask and the vaccine, I just saw a video. If you guys really stop and look back at what they did to freaking kids, I saw this, I don't know how old the kid was, Rob, maybe 2, like Brooklyn's age, Cal, like 2 or 3, and they're shoving this mask on this kid, and the kid's crying, and the teacher's like, no, Jimmy, and the kid's
and that's your formative years too, like ages 0 through 4. Like that you're deeply imprinted during that time. 100%. So like that's gonna affect you your entire life.
And they did it on purpose.
How much of this are we not even gonna know until 10 years down? And on top of the masks, think about how many kids during those like just supremely developmental years were cooped up at home, no socializing, no friends,
nothing.
None of the things that we were exposed to.
Get away, when you're growing up.
I'm dealing with it now. I got a 13-year-old who missed out on. Think about how formative 4th, 5th, and 6th grade were. He was at home. He lost half of 4th grade, all of 5th grade, and a quarter of 6th grade. And I remember, like, those are the years. My first dance, slow dance to Casey and JoJo's All My Life.
Yes.
With Katrina Calatrella. I remember it was the first time that I tongue kissed a girl. What's up, Jennifer Penn? Like,
wait, Bob, you're not gay?
Well, I wasn't then.
Okay, got it.
I've been indoctrinated now. But it's very difficult for the kids. And I think, to Vinny, to your point, what it takes, and Pat's a good example of this, and I try and take his wisdom that he shares with us on the podcast about raising his kids. There's different things you can do with your kids to try and break them of that mold. Think of how difficult it was being kids when we were growing up. Now imagine you were locked home for 2.5 years with COVID. Now everything is screens. My kids don't write. I make them write, but their classwork is all done on a computer.
Wow.
They watch a smart TV. They have cell phones. Like, you have to be involved in your kids' lives, and I see it with, and I'm not going to say who, but there's people close to me where the tablet, the phone, that becomes the babysitter, and that becomes the parent rather than them, because it's easier to go, no, here, go watch this. You need to be active and informed in your kids' education and in their lives to prevent that indoctrination, to prevent them from falling down that slippery slope of going, because it's very easy when you're lost and you don't have a strong father or mother figure in your home to then look to other people to become that figure. And who is it? The people that are looking to groom young children.
And saying grooming, we were talking about putting a 10-year-old in jail. How long did it take to get Jeffrey Epstein after all of that? How long did it take to get all of
20 years.
Yeah. Well, wait, maybe you pee behind your mom's car and you're 10 years old in Mississippi, straight to jail.
And I spin so much back to athletics because that's my background. And at home, I work with youth athletes. I think sports is like a microcosm of like life. There's so many kids who are so different than we were growing up. Now, like, you're hard on a kid, you'll lose him. Like, you can't be, you see kids amongst their peers, they need guidance for everything now. Like, when we were little, if my mom left me outside for 10 hours, I figure stuff out. Like, I'm out there, if I got a problem, I figure it out. I find a way. It's not like that no more. You have to.
I used to get locked out of my house. My parents would go, no, you got to go out at summertime, stay out. And like, it's not like I'm talking about the 1970s. I'm talking about like 1998. Where it was get outside, go be with your friends. Now it's like, hey, make sure you have your air tag with you so I can track where you're going and have your location on your phone.
Yeah.
Because you have to watch where these kids are going.
It's getting bad, dude. But you know what I mean? I mean, that's all we could do is keep fighting the good fight because, I mean, dude, and again, the kid peeing behind the car, it's like just like sentence for like parole. What was it? What did he have? He has to go to
parole.
probation.
He has,
and probation.
like an actual
criminal drug tested and stuff. So he does, like, I can't imagine.
He'll probably get wiped from his permanent record though, because you usually get juvenile stuff wiped after you're 18.
Yeah, and I mean, and like I said, that situation, I really, after we're done, I want to look into like, what the hell that's so like what the hell are you doing like to a little kid?
Yeah.
Like a 10-year. Do you guys know how big a 10-year-old kid is? They're freaking
My height.
And you said it. By the way, he's not taking a piss. He was tinkling. He's a little kid. It's a tinkle with his wee-wee. You know what I mean?
Probably wears like underoos still. Like not even boxers, like tighty whities.